All right, hello wine drinking people. We're back with more of what I've had to drink yesterday. And this is a person that we're very familiar with here, Richard Arrowwood's new project. And Richard, one of the top tenured winemakers in California history, started in 1974, a great vintage at Chateau Saint Jean, and made them famous for their single vineyard Chardonnays and, well, a little wine called Cinq Cépages. And then he moved on to, start his own winery in 1984. I think 85 were the first releases of Arrowwood, he and his wife Elise, and some incredible wines from right out of the gate, the very first vintages, some of the highest rated wines, 85, 86, 87, great vintages for California. And, he sold that to Mondavi, and, when they got bought out by Constellation, they didn't want, Arrowwood, and they kind of pushed it off to the side. It went through a period where I think it was bought by some people that went through bankruptcy, and then now it's owned by the Jackson portfolio of wines, and I think it's just everything that's left over that they have from all the other wines from the whole thing they put into Arrowwood now, because it doesn't resemble the wines that used to be made at this wine, some of the top wines in Sonoma County, and that was because, the Arrowwoods, some of the top winemakers, wine growers in all of California, and this is their own project that they started. And Phil Couturi was brought in as a consultant in 2000 for this new project, 100 acres, 25 of which are planted to vineyards. They have 3 tiers of Cabernet vineyards here, certified organic. They make about 1,000 cases total. What do you guys do for your day job over there? But, I guess they got paid out, when they sold the winery to the Mondavis a long time ago. They really didn't need to work, but, this is one of these things that they do for a passion. You got to do something with your life, and this is what the Arrowwoods know and love how to do. The Amapola Creek label, not the most exciting name. I guess marketing, not a strong point for these guys, but it's a word that has significance to them. It's the golden poppies that bloom down by the creek where they have the vineyard, and also I guess it was a song, and Richard's mother's favorite song had this Amapola Creek line in it. I don't know. Anyways, A for Arrowwood. All right, I could pull out 1 or 2 good things for marketing this product with the Arrowwood's name on it, the big A on it. The Amapola could also stand for their last name. Anyways, what we care about at this store is what's in the bottle. And these wines, since I've tasted, the 06 vintage a couple of years ago, now we've got the 08 vintage on the shelf. Both of these wines, outstanding. I have to say, one of the best Cabernet Sauvignons that I've had from Sonoma or from Napa or from California this year, and not a surprise to me. This wine's got nice complexity on the nose, a good amount of fruit, but lots of everything else as well. A little bit of peppery notes, and then it's got 6% Petit Verdot in the blend, some dark cocoa, some mocha here. Really lovely complexity, dark, rich, black cherry and currant berry fruit on the tongue with a host of spice and mineral notes on the finish. This wine is big and chewy, but it's got great freshness and balance. Drinking nicely today, but the 08 still got some tannins to resolve. This is a vintage that is somewhat forward for such a young vintage, but lovely dark chocolate tobacco spice coming through on the finish. Most excellent juice, and it's $64.50. It's not crazy expensive, but not cheap. It's not cheap to make great wine, and they only make 1,000 cases of this. And Zinfandel from the Monte Rosso vineyard, this was planted in the late 1800s. They get 1/2 ton per acre, and if you're going to make a Zinfandel, you want to make it out of old vines. I'm not a big Zinfandel fan, but this wine really nice, and they lease this portion of the vineyard from their neighbors on the top of their property. It's owned by Gallo today. This wine's got a lovely bouquet here, sweet tobacco spice, kind of pretty floral notes, got a white chocolate and strawberry jam-like fruit. Only 500 cases produced here, a little raspberry coulis as well. Really nice structure for a Zinfandel with some tannins showing through and a bit of that liqueur-like fruit. Really lovely balance, sweet tobacco spice, but good in freshness here. This wine is, for a Zinfandel, I would say one of the better Zinfandels that I've had this year. I would actually drink this wine, if I was having the right food, a barbecue or something like this, a casual evening, but really lovely balance. And like I said, they only make 500 cases of this. They also do about 400 cases of Chardonnay, which thank you very much, Richard, for sending me a bottle of that, as well as the Elise Grenache Syrah blend, which was also excellent. Both of those wines, fantastic. Unfortunately, they're not available here in the state of Florida yet. You never know, though. Hey, Richard was famous for Chardonnay at Arrowwood, at Chateau Saint Jean. I was expecting the Chardonnay to be big and rich, and it was, but still lovely balance. A lot of people lightening up on the oak, and this Grenache and Syrah blend, man, a lovely little fruit bomb, but still Lovely balance, lovely elegance, pretty floral notes in that wine and spice on the finish. Well, everything from Amapola Creek deserving of being on the shelf here at Wine Watch. Well, the products that are available in this market are. Check it out. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.